we agreed that you were to work out this question. No, no. We agreed you were to work out this question. The question was saying that you need to solve 3 sine x minus 5 cos x equals to 0 and x was greater than 0, less than 3. You were to work out. Yeah? That was the question. Not a no. Just all right. So first, we are going to say this is 3 sine x is equals to 5 cos x, and at that given point, we are going to divide by 3 cos x over 3 cos x. The reason as to why I'm doing this is to ensure that I can cancel 3 from here and cancel cosine from here. Then we are going to have now this reducing to tan x is equals to 5 over 3. Then we want where tan is positive. So tan is positive in which quadrant? We know that all students trust Cambridge. So tan is going to be positive in the first quadrant and tan is going to be positive in the third quadrant. So at that point, at that given point, let me just get a calculator and you have to finish these questions. I gave it, you never did it. Now, no, you never finished it. Yeah. And you keep quiet. No, keep quiet. No, just keep quiet. No, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. So this is going to be shift tan inverse of 5 over 3. Shift tan inverse, that will be so 1. So this angle should be in degrees. Ensure your calculator when if you're working out the range is given in degrees, you have to ensure that your calculator also is in degrees. At the top here should show D. So at that point, I want to find the tan inverse so that I can be able to know the principal angle. The principal angle would be equivalent to what? This is going to be shift tan inverse of 5 over 3. We get the principal angle, and the principal angle is going to be 59.03. 59.03. And so we are going to say x is going to be tan inverse of 5 over 3, which is equals to 59.003. Okay, we can just write 0.0. So this angle here is 59. This angle here will be also 59. So the first angle that we shall have is the first value of x will be that equals to 59 degrees. The second angle is the one that's run from the x-axis up to this point, which is going to be 180 plus 59. And if we add that plus 180, this is going to translate to 239. 239 is the correct angle in that case, and that's going to be 239 degrees. So those are the two angles that satisfy this within that particular range. Okay. Still under trigonometry, I also gave out a question like 5 sine squared y plus 9 cos y minus 3 equals to 0, and that is also given within that range. 5 sine squared y, 5 sine squared y minus 9 cos y minus 3 is equals to 0. We are finding the value of y within this range. Y within that range, 0 and 360 degrees. And here of course, we are going to say what? We are going to use trigonometric identities, and this is going to be, we know that sine squared theta plus, okay, let me just use y because it's y that's given here. We can say sine squared y plus cos squared y is equals to 1. So y sine squared y can be expressed as what? We can be able to take this on the other side and say sine squared y is equivalent to 1 minus cos squared y. So once we have that, we can be able to replace this with 1 minus cos squared y. And that will mean this is going to be 5 into 1 minus cos squared y minus 9 cos y minus 3 is equals to 0. That will mean that this is going to be 5 minus 5 cos squared y minus 9 cos y minus 3 is equals to 0. And then we can be able to simplify this further. Minus 5 cos squared y minus 9 cos y. This will be minus this plus 2 is equals to 0. If I divide all through by if I divide all through by negative, this is going to be 5 cos squared y plus 9 cos y minus 2 is equals to 0. So at this point of time, I have a quadratic equation, and I can say let cos y be equal to m, so that I can be able to form a quadratic equation. And this is going to be 5m squared plus 9m minus 2 is equals to 0. Now, once you have this, you can be able to solve this quadratic equation that we have here. You can use a quadratic your calculator to get the solution of that quadratic. And I'll enter 5 for A, I'll enter 9 for for B, and I'll enter negative 2 for C. So m is going to be 1 over 5, or m is going to be negative 2. M will be equals to 1 over 5, or m is equals to negative 2. Now, in order to determine which are the angles that we are going to have, remember we had started by saying let cos m, let cos y be equivalent, let cos y be equivalent to m, but we have gotten the values of m and 2. So the first part we shall say cos y is equals to 1 over 5. So meaning where cosine is positive, then we are going to identify all student trust Cambridge. All student trust Cambridge. Where do we have cosine positive? In the first quadrant and also in the fourth quadrant. So meaning the first angle that we shall have will be this angle here, and the second angle is the angle running from here going all the way to this point. So let us find the first angle first. Let's find the first angle first. And to find the first angle here, the first angle will be the principal angle, which is cos inverse. Y is going to be cos inverse of 1 over 5. If we work out that, shift cos 1 over 5, that is going to be 78. It's actually 78.5. 78.5. So that is the angle that we have at this given point, 78.5. If this 78.5, then this angle also here will be 78.5. This one here will also be 78.5, the lower one. If the top one is 78.5, then this angle down here will be 78.5. So for us to get the second angle, we are going to move from the x-axis go all the way to this point. So this angle below here is going to be the second angle. This is the first one. The second angle will be 360 minus 78.5. All right. And the reason as to why we are saying that is because we have gotten this first angle. Let me just draw it clearly. 78.5. This angle is 78. And this angle below here is also going to be, because of symmetry, this is going to be 78.5. Now, since we want positive angles, you're going to measure move from the x-axis, go all the way anti-clockwise until you are here. So, which means that the whole of this angle that we have here is going to be 360 minus 78.5. So we can say 180 minus, rather 360 minus answer, that will be 281.5. So this angle will translate to, the second angle here will be 281.5. So we shall have this angle and this angle for that first case. Yeah, so the second case is where we are having, m is -2. So we're going to say cos y equals to -2. In fact, this one, you are not going to have the answer, because if you find cos inverse, of -2, there is no, you'll get math error. Let me just show you. Shift cos inverse -2. That will not be math error. So that one cannot work. So we only have y is equals to 78.5 and 281.5 as the two answers for that case. See you in the next video.